Realize that you are the future. We're keeping it real. We're keeping it real.
It's so lovely to have you here. I'm actually excited because you are finally going to clarify it.
Global warming is basically caused by a concentration of what we call greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. And one of those gases, in fact, the major culprit is carbon dioxide.
Yes.
And carbon dioxide is emitted from many of the energy-consuming activities that human beings have. It kind of forms an envelope around the Earth. And it traps the heat of the sun such that it can't reflect back out. And that leads to a gradual increase of average temperature for the planet. If carbon dioxide, the gas, was purple, in our lifetimes we will have witnessed the air around us actually changing color. So that kind of gives you an idea of how these gases are increasing more and more as we go about our daily lives and consume a lot of energy, because a lot of it is energy. Plus, we sending the trees into a manufacturing process which needs energy, which emits more carbon dioxide. So we've got to start thinking back along the life cycle of all the products and stuff that we use. And then, so you can see now how there's a linkage between maybe the global warming problem and economic development within our country. So the buy local, go local thing has benefits there, as well as climate change. So we've got to start thinking of the issues. If you start saving energy, we're going to help with our current energy crisis, which we have in the country.
Yes,
so let's start connecting all of the things. Let's not just think of a global warming problem and an energy problem and economic growth. Let's try and combine them, and we need to start thinking. There's a concept of intergenerational justice, and if we're damaging the planet for future generations, it's a serious thing. We start to think of moral and ethical dimensions to all of that.
Well, our house is made of adobe bricks, which is bricks made of clay and straw, and they are sun-dried bricks to not use the machines, which also saves energy. We've got our gas heaters that we also save up electricity with, because we don't use electric ones. And we have the energy-saving light bulbs. Our bathroom water, okay, the hot water is heated by the solar panel geyser, which is heated up by the sun.
Okay, cool. Now that we've actually seen them on our first edition of Keeping It Real Cribs, we are actually going to meet them. So, ha re amoheleng Katlego Kananelo le Tebogo to Keeping It Real. Welcome. Give me a high five. Okay, give me another high five. And you? Cool. Take a seat and welcome to Keeping It Real. And you know what's so cool about you guys is that you guys are young, and you know, you are actually going to be living in this world, right? You have the power in your hands to actually make changes. And the cool thing is you are actually doing something about it. So a round of applause for them, actually. Well done.
Yeah, I bath a lot and I stay in there for
a long time.
just a little bit.
So then, do you actually take that water and water the plants with it? Why?
I don't know. I didn't know that it saves up.
You didn't, but then you've got a brother and a sister, right? So aren't you happy that you've got a brother and a sister like this? Pretty cool, eh? Yeah.
Actually, I want to know about like the 2 essential degrees and stuff like that. If it happen, it goes above the 2 essentials degree. What's gonna happen? There's a way like to solve the whole thing actually about the global warming actually.
Yes.
That's a good question, and a lot of scientists are working on exactly what might happen if we were to warm above 2 degrees Celsius. So generally what they're saying is that at that level, what happens is things like the ice caps melt, and when they melt, because they usually reflect more heat back out into the atmosphere, when they melt, more heat is absorbed. So there's actually a double effect at that 2 degrees Celsius, where the warming actually gets even quicker. And what happens is a lot of gases that are stored under the earth and under the ocean, with warming, those also release, and it makes the situation worse. So the critical danger point, this is what the scientists are telling us, is that 2 degrees Celsius. We've got to keep it below, otherwise warming just happens even quicker.
So thanks to Stephen, Tebo, Katlego, Lekananelo, we've all learned about how we can actually lead sustainable lives. I mean, it starts with small changes. For example, how charger for niachao, hey lurubidisa meteke for tea or for coffee. You know, there are so many things that you at home can actually change your lifestyle to save the planet. So right now, I'd like to thank you guys for coming. It's been a pleasure. It was lovely having you guys.
Nice
Thank you so much. Thank you. And maybe when I was like to the Xbox, hey? Yeah. Okay, cool. A round of applause for all of them. Okay, now I must say, you guys, you three kids are actually an inspiration to all of us out there to go out there and start leading a sustainable life. Impa, hey, Lure, you still want to know more about it? Stay tuned because maybe to give out more information about global warming. Impa, for today, well, lovely guys to have you and the audience. But from me, Prudence Moabelo, that's it for Keeping It Real. Peace.
Let's keep it real, anything on. We in it to win, then everybody living it real, man. Feel it within, come join us. We keeping it real. We keeping it real. Why you saying it too? We keeping it real. We keeping it real. Realize that you are the few. We keeping it real. We keeping it real.